Hey there. So you're thinking about building a home, but you really want to know what that home building process is like. Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to be sharing with you the steps that you need and must take when building a home. And we're going to hop into the good stuff right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. This channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move or relocate here to Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. Hey there. So I'm excited to share with you kind of a guide that will help you through the home buying process when you are thinking about purchasing new home construction. So I'm going to share with you 10 tips that hopefully will be helpful for you if you are thinking about going that new home construction route. Number one is to simply get pre-approved. Yes, you want to figure out how much you can afford for that new home construction. You don't want to start looking at homes and get your hopes up of something that, may not be in your price range. So you really want to have an idea of, hey, this is how much I qualify for, and these are the type of homes, and this is the neighborhood that I can be looking in. So number one is to get pre-approved. Number two is to find a real estate agent. Yes, find a real estate agent. I know some people will say like, oh, well, Mariah, they have their agents there that are already at, the new home construction site. You are totally right. And yes, you can use their agent there. However, from my personal experience, I would rather be represented by somebody else. And yes, you will still have, contact with their listing agent there, but really somebody that's going to be on your side that is looking and making sure that you can go through that process. And there's a lot of things that your real estate agent will take care of for you that you do not need to, that you will not have to take care of because your agent will be taking care of that for you. And by having a real estate agent, it doesn't cost you anything as a buyer. So why not have somebody on your team batting for you and walking you through that home buying process, because it doesn't cost you anything. So number two is simply find an agent who can represent you. And a pro tip too is when you go into those, new homes, the model homes, make sure you don't sign anything with them. Or if you do, make sure you say, hey, I have a real estate agent and this is this is the name of my real estate agent. That way you will not be getting more information and they won't end up bothering you. So just make sure, yes, if you have a real estate agent, tell them who your real estate agent is, and then, you'll be able to work with them. Number three, this is kind of goes along with getting pre-approved, but really figure out a home in a neighborhood that is going to fit your price range. Again, if you're looking at homes that don't fit your price range, then it just ends up, you end up wasting time. So really, when you get pre-approved, you're going to figure out what your price range is. So then you can really target specific areas. Number four is find a community, a location, a neighborhood that is going to be suitable for your needs. And if you have a real estate agent, hopefully you guys have already, talked and met together and really figured out like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I want to be this close to the airport. I need to, be in this kind of a school district. I would really like to have, what those things are. Yes, I want an HOA. No, I don't want an HOA. So really targeting those things so you can find the perfect location and the perfect area and neighborhood that would best suit your needs. Once you've figured out your neighborhood, your location, the next step in all of this is going to be to choose your floor plan. Yes, choosing your floor plan. Depending on what you're looking for. Are you looking for single story? Are you looking for two-story? Are you looking for a rambler? Are you, really trying to figure out that, that floor plan that you're looking at? In most new home construction neighborhoods, they're going to have at least 4 to 5 homes and floor plans that you can choose from. So really you're going to want to just figure out that floor plan. Do you want the master on the main floor? Do you want it upstairs? And you'll be able to do that when you start touring those homes of figuring out the floor plan. Number 6 is choosing the lot. Yes, the next part in this process is choosing the lot. So once you've figured out which floor plan you want, you are going to pick the lot. However, there are certain lots that only allow for certain floor plans because of the package of, the dimensions of the house situated on that lot. There are some floor plans that will be able to fit on all lots. There are some that will not be able to. So kind of keep that in mind too. Like once going into it, when you're like, hey, you know what? I really want this floor plan. That floor plan may only fit on certain lots. And when you're choosing your lots, you're going to want to find out about if there is a lot premium for any of those lots, which basically means there are some lots that are just included in that floor plan where you can say, hey, you know what? I want to build this house on that lot there. Some you can do that. There are others that you can't. You might say, hey, you know what? This is the floor plan I want. This is the lot I want. But that lot might cost you an additional $20, $30, $40, $100,000 for that particular lot. Some lots are more expensive because they're on a cul-de-sac. Some are more expensive because they have views. They might be, just depending on that lot, that price may vary. So just keep that in mind as well. Number 7 is understanding which features are standard and which features are upgrades in your home. When you walk through those model homes, you're going to go, wow, this looks really incredible, because it is, and because it is highly, highly, highly upgraded usually, right? So when you walk through, you're going to want to find out, hey, what comes standard in this floor plan? What is an upgrade? And then figuring out pricing that kind of goes along with that. So kind of having your end goal in mind of, hey, you know what, this is my limit. This is how much I can spend. And then figuring out, yes, I can add that upgrade, or no, that's not going to fit in. So figure out what is standard and what is upgraded. Number 8, once you have gotten all the way to that point, you are going to be ready to sign the contract because you've picked your lot out, you've got your floor plan, you've figured out which are standard options, what are the upgraded options, and then you are going to be ready to, have that contract and write the contract and go under contract with your new home construction build. Once you have signed that contract, you're ready to kind of go into the next phase, which is really educating yourself on the build process. And hopefully your real estate agent can help you a lot with that, with timetables. How long are you expecting this build to take? Are you able to change anything throughout the build process? Are, all these little different things that go along with building a home. That is going to be that next chunk of time after you have signed your contract. Then there's usually going to be quite a bit of wait time for that house to be built, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year, 18 months, depending on that build. And then finally, once the house is totally completed, number 10 is closing on the house, receiving the keys, and then ultimately doing your final walkthrough. Again, if you're working with a real estate agent, they will, schedule a time for your final walkthrough. You will go through the home and, do the inspection, and then the house is yours to end up living in. So hopefully this gives you an idea of kind of a start to finish on if you are thinking about going the new home construction route and you're like, hey, you know what? I just don't even know where to get started. It's, first getting that pre-approval, second, reach out to your real estate agent so that they can really help guide you and navigate you through the process. Then you're going to start looking at neighborhoods and homes and kind of going all the way through those different steps. And then again, once you've figured out your floor plan, then you're picking out your lots, figuring out if there's a lot premium for those or not. Once you've done that, figuring out your standard options versus, your upgrades, and then eventually signing your contract, and then kind of educating yourself going through that build process, waiting for the house to be built, and then ultimately scheduling your final walkthrough and getting the keys to your house. So again, if you are thinking about making a move or relocating here to the Salt Lake City, Utah area, we hear from people like you all the time and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. Take care and have a great one. Bye.